We continue our excursion from the Informator. Is the issue number 1. Why do I want to show you this? Because this was made in 1966 and I want to show you a game by Tal against Pac-Man. Tal, obviously the magician of Riga, and Pac-Man, the Czechoslovakian champion. In that time Czechoslovakia was real. Now I think they are two different countries. And the beauty is that you can also see a picture of Tal from 1966. 1966, amazing, right? And as you can see, they call it Tali, non Tal, no? So that's interesting. In any case, this is game 25 from the Informator number 1 in 1966, and Tal opened with knight f3. Pac-Man take control of the center, Tal attack the pawn d5, Pac-Man defend the pawn d5. The problem is that he blocks this, but it's okay. g3, knight f6, bishop g2, bishop e7, and now castle and castle. So entrambi, both of them castle. How does Tal continue from this position? How does create an attack? Tal begins with b3. Oh, incredible move, right? c5, bringing more pieces, more pawns in the center. Bishop b2, starting to take control of the diagonal. This is probably the target. Knight c6. C takes d5, E takes d5. My goal obviously would be to watch with you guys all the games of this Informator. Why? Because I remember that Grandmaster Feingold once told me that he saw them all. Not only from this issue, he saw other issues of the Informator, and so I think if we really want to become good, we probably need to see these games. d4, this is an interesting move, right? Because imagine, he puts the thing in the center, but the point is that blocks that bishop. So maybe the goal of this move is to create an isolated queen pawn that then Tal will be able to exploit in the endgame. Knight e4, knight b d2, bishop f6, knight takes e4, d takes e4. Okay, so my hypothesis of the isolated queen pawn went away already. Knight d2, and here there is a mistake by black. The mistake is bishop takes d4. It seems that the correct move that black should have played was e3. But it's kind of interesting, e3. I am not sure I understand why it's the correct move. Probably because in any case this is falling, and so you want to create double pawns in the center. But he also creates a mass of pawn that could advance, honestly. So the problem is definitely there. So bishop takes d4, bishop takes d4, c takes d4, and now we have back the isolated pawn after knight takes e4. And here with a classical Informator symbol, because the good thing of this book was that it didn't need to be translated in different languages. They use these mathematical symbols that were giving an evaluation of the position. In this case, after knight takes e4, white is better. How does black continue? Black continue with rook e8, queen d2, bishop f5, attacking the knight twice, so he clearly needs to do something. Knight c5, queen e7, attacking that and protecting this. rook a c1, rook a c8, queen f4. Notice how white is controlling this square d3. Now maybe he needs to put something in there in front to actually block this pawn, because you really need to control the square in front of the isolated queen pawn and avoid that he pushes it. So after queen f4, bishop g6, rook f d1, like I thought, yeah. And now there is a mistake by black, but he plays b6, knight a6, and now there is a blunder, which is queen takes e2. This is a big blunder. Can you see why? What would you do if you were white in this position? Try to pause the video and see if you can see it. The right move is, boom, knight c7, attacking the rook e8, but most of all cutting the defense of the knight c6. And after rook e7, again pause the video and try to find what is white next move, because also this one is kind of really important to be found. The right move is bishop f3. Wow. Why it's important? Because it practically creates a square for the king to escape, and at this point white can counterattack on the back rank, because he is not blocked anymore there. What does okay, in this case probably bishop f3, it's important because it's trapping the queen. It seems something like that, right? Yeah, because well, it's a mess. It seems it's a mess. And then this is lost, this is really lost. So that's why bishop f3, because once you protect this, you are able to take this. So that's why Tal is winning. That's the real reason. Okay, so he took on d1, sacrificing his queen. Rook takes d1 back, and now he played rook e c7. But after that, rook c1, h5, and king g2, and here black resigned. So that's the interesting part. Black resigned after this. Well, probably the thing is, once this fall, also this is gone, and at that point you find yourself probably in an endgame of queen and against rook and bishop, right? So, but however, it's not really. I mean, I'm sure a computer could actually play this position and beat someone, because you know, computers are crazy strong and they see a lot of stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoyed game 25 from the Informator number 1. We will see more games in the future. Thank you very much.